Oh, sold, done, game of the year. Worth the price of admission right there. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the wee hours here today playing MMORPG Tycoon 2. Now, personally, I was unaware there was an MMORPG Tycoon 1, but here we are, and we're going to create our own massively multiplayer online role-playing game from the foundation up and see if we can lure the rubes, the dedicated and lovely gaming folk, not rubes, totally not rubes, into subscribing to our MMO and hopefully get them on the back end with microtransactions. I've put a little bit of time into this last night, just sort of messing around with the tutorial, and this still is in early access, so we're going to find some parts that are unfinished or not perfect, etc, etc, etc. I thought we would start with a brand new game, go through some of the tutorial area again, see what we think of MMORPG Tycoon 2, and see if we can build something that people actually want to subscribe to. And let me take a brief second to say I appreciate game developers who go into some effort on their loading screen. I know it's a very, very small touch in the grand scheme of things, but I appreciate the fact they've done something with the loading screen that's a little bit different and making it look like an actual desktop, like you were getting ready to log on to an MMO, including being able to drag all these things around. So Infinity Madness down here was my little test run. I just randomized everything and just did a little test run playing the tutorial. But I can drag this right into the trash. I appreciate that. How could we possibly call this anything else except World of Davecraft? I pretty much had that name in mind before I even started playing the game. We have to select a game icon. I'm not super fussy about this part of it. Yeah, this little green diamond thing. That's perfectly appropriate. There we go. And then next, we have to select what kind of MMO it is. And that's going to give us little tiny perks and things too. So a combat MMO, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, all the purchase prices and subscription fees are the same except for free to play, obviously. But we'll get different little perks to this. So starting tech badges if we select a combat MMO. I have no idea what that means. Story, starting tech, flight paths. Now I have a little bit more of an idea what a flight path is, and I guess we'll get that right out of the gate. But really, what kind of MMO would I make? It would probably be role-playing. And that has no particular buff. This seems sort of middle of the road, neutral, normal. And that's exactly what we do here on the wee hours. So let's make this a role-playing MMO. What are my other options? PvP, starting tech would be PvP duels, casual, nothing there, and social, starting tech, friendsless. No, back to role-playing. This is definitely, World of Davecraft is absolutely a role-playing MMO. And starting stats we've got to deal with too. AstroTurf, we've got 2 points in that right out of the gate. That gives us plus 4% to advertising. Fluff is plus 10% to theme or exploration. Okay, we might want more fluff in our world. Hugs, plus 20% to socializing. We have 10 points of hugs. That's terrible. Bling, plus 4% to achievements and loot. I bet our players would like a lot of achievements and loot. Hey, who doesn't? And I honestly don't know if that's supposed to be Gibbs or Jibs. Somebody please tell me in the comments section. That's plus 4% to combat. There will be some combat. Let's put one more point into that. I definitely want more bling. I want my players to have a lot of achievements and loot in this. In fact, I might just max that out as best I can at 5. Hopefully we'll get some of these stats down the road. I haven't bumped into that myself in the brief time that I've played it, but hopefully we'll get some of these points along and we can mess with these later. Okay, that is looking pretty good. I would love to put some into advertising, but I think I'd rather reward the players that I have rather than try and get new ones right now. Well, there's our land, and to my knowledge, this is completely randomly generated. So there's our land. This is where we're going to build our MMO. I don't and have not found an option to skip the tutorial every time I've started a new game. So we'll just go through some of the basics. The first bit is just movement. I'm just going to race right through the movement issues and get to something that's important. There we go, just kind of blasted through the movement issues, and there'll be no surprise to anyone. It's the traditional WASD stuff, and unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of Tutorial Ninja popping his head up. We are going to definitely have our hand held during this tutorial phase, and a lot of stuff's going to be locked out, but we're going to be able to get our MMORPG Tycoon started. Can we just all agree to say MMO? Because that's a bit of a mouthful. Okay, you've locked some stuff away, Tutorial Ninja. That is fine. Before we can begin, though, we have to find our starting region. Where is level 1 in World of Davecraft? I feel this is sort of a you've washed up on the shore kind of thing. So I'd like to, you know what, this area looks really tasty for level 1 characters. Because you would land here, and then you'd kind of advance through higher levels, and then you'd really open up the world after that. This totally seems like level 1 area. If I were joining an MMO, I'd expect to land here. Okay, we are going to need to go to our grid, as I recall, and we need to select an area. Activate the region. You got it. $5 grand for this. How much money do I actually have? Oh, 100,000 apparently is what I started, or 99,050, and I don't know why that would be such an odd sum. So I'm going to assume I started with 100,000, and somewhere along the way I spent money. Right. Region 1 activated. MMO ready to go. Well, now we need to interact with Region 1. We've actually got to put things here. It's a little barren at the moment. 4 terrain types that can be mixed within its borders. Click on the terrain tab. Will do, Tutorial Ninja. Will do. So what do we got here? A field, okay, which is what this apparently is right now. We've got a mountain. Can I put a mountain here? Oh, I can. Oh, I definitely can. Oh, I want another mountain then. Can I do an extra mountain on top of that? No. Okay. Can't really make the mountains taller per se, but I can make mountains all day long. What else we got kicking around here? Chasm. Chasm, you say? I actually haven't looked at this bit. What happens if I do? Oh, we've got more beach. Okay, cool. And I'm going to assume the snowflake is snow. Icy. All right, let's skip icy because this is like level 1 area. Let's not tax our MMO players right out of the gate. Okay, game. I think I'm pretty happy with the terrain. We're going to keep this fairly neutral for right now in terms of, it's just going to be a field. You're going to land here and you're going to get your MMO world started. So the very first thing we need to put, thanks to Tutorial Ninja's advice, is a respawn point. If a subscriber's character dies, they'll automatically respawn from the closest respawn point. What's more, developers and game masters can move around the game via its respawn points. Okay, so we've got devs in here and we've got game masters in here, and they're going to need to use those, pathways, I guess would be the best way of putting it. Go ahead and tell me what to do with that. Go to buildings. Got it. Thank you, Tutorial Ninja. Go to respawn points. Thank you again. And create one. Now, okay, let's zoom right in on this. So, very traditional graveyard. In what is apparently Fire Hill. Okay, we may fuss with that name later if we have an opportunity to do so. Where are we spawning? Well, not where are we spawning. Where's the respawn point? This is not where our subscribers are going to enter. This is where they're going to come if they're dead. Probably right in the middle. As Tutorial Ninja is advising me, probably right in the middle is a good idea. So let's get this to come right down here. There we go. Oh, and I like the fact the landscape comes up to meet it so it's not floating. That's good. Yes, I did notice that it's flashing red. Now we need a network. Okay, so we actually need some way for this to work in the grand scheme of things. I know I have no network connections now. Let's go ahead and build an uplink. Let's put that, say, anywhere really. $5 grand for one of these. That ain't nothing. How about we put that puppy right down here, and now we gotta kind of need to build the cable to make sure everything's connected, as I recall. Right. Okay, so if I draw that to here, it doesn't need to actually connect in a straight line to the respawn point or indeed anything else. It just needs to cover it, and I'd like to cover more if I can. How far? That's too long. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What if we ended the cable there and then we did another one? Say, crosses uneven terrain. I shouldn't have put the mountains down. Okay, I can get to there and back to here and there. Okay, get me all of that, And then I actually want one more. I'm spending too much money. I'm spending way too much money. Just that and that and that. There we go. Okay, our starting area is covered by the network. Got it. And now Tutorial Ninja wants me to put down an inn where people are going to sort of congregate. Not a lot of choices right now. Inn and slightly different inn. Let's go with small inn. And can I... Ah, yes I can. 360-degree rotation. Thank you, I'm in. Sold. Done. That's really all I want from any kind of building game. How about, where's the door of the inn? It is over here. Okay, do I want that right next to the respawn point? And my answer is no. I think right there is a better idea. Let's pop that down right there. And there's the little arrow guy. That's the developer turning this on. Yeah, I did notice that. Thank you, Tutorial Ninja. That was one of the developers turning it on. Developers need to visit every building you construct to enable them. And they travel by us to the nearest respawn point. So if I put that in way over here, I can only assume it would be a while before things got turned on. That's fine, though. That's fine. We'll maybe put some more respawn points or some networks. We're just getting started in World of Davecraft. And now we've got to put in the usual nonsense that you would expect to see, like a blacksmith so people can get weapons. So shops, what have we got? There's the blacksmith, a shop. Vendor trash is usually picked up after combat. This shop can buy that vendor trash. Well, players are really going to want that. I know I do. Potion shop sells potions to players. Okay, fair enough. Well, let's do Tutorial Ninja's deal here, and let's get a blacksmith. I think that should live... Maybe we start creating like a town center here, like that. Maybe we do like a town center, and this is going to be the town in here. There's your respawn, so it's right near the town, and this is going to be like a small little town where you would end up after landing on the beach somewhere. And we'll throw a shop in there. That works out nicely. I'd like to see a road and definitely like a market square kind of thing happening in here. I'm probably getting ahead of Tutorial Ninja, but that's fine. And now they want a landmark. No matter how far away, players can see it. Okay, that apparently is important to them. I'd be wandering around aimlessly, but apparently players want to see a landmark. That's fine. That will actually go with my sort of town square thing. We've only got the one landmark, a clock tower, and that is big. I'm not crazy about the look of that. I probably, if it were not necessary to the game, I probably wouldn't put this down, but let's get this to live right in the center of town. There we go. Okay. Now Tutorial Ninja's getting to the important part. Monster zones. Here's where you're going to go to grind out that XP and farm for gold. So NPCs and monsters. Okay, unfortunately, this is so disabled, I don't even have the pop-ups to say what the rest of these things are, but we'll come to that later, hopefully. Set monster zones. Yes, please. What are my options starting out? Kobold, crocodile, skeleton. Huh. Okay. Well, let's just stick with something very basic. I mean, kobolds and skeletons are absolutely level 1 monsters that you would face. Is this sort of undeady area? No, I don't think it is. This is more koboldy area. Yeah, we're making some kobolds. So we're going to paint some of them in. Okay. Where do the kobolds live where there's going to be a problem? Right up in... Oh. If I put them right up in the hills, is that actually close enough? Are people going to know to go up there? I mean, we will have quest givers, but are people actually going to figure that out? Let's see. Let's pop some down here. We just paint this in here. Oh, there's all my little kobolds. Oh, that's very cool. Okay, paint some more of that, and then maybe they live up in the hills as well. That's totally where you would expect to see those. So let's get all of those in there. I'm not even sure players will figure out to go around there, so let's make sure they're a little closer to town, and people can figure out where to go to farm that gold. I'm going to put some more of them near the town just to make sure there's plenty for people to do. I don't want to run out of monsters for people to be killing. And then maybe there's just a small area of crocodiles by the beach. That would make a certain degree of sense. So maybe some of those, not a lot, not a huge crocodile area. I don't think the local ecology can support a huge crocodile area. But let's put a few crocodiles right down there. Okay, so we've got kobolds to the right, kobolds to the left, crocodiles in the middle. I'm digging that. This is a good starting area. But, of course, players are going to want some different things to do rather than grinding. So now, I'm going to put down some NPCs, quest givers per se. So that's what you are, because you've got an exclamation mark over your head. Of course you do. And you need to go live down by the inn, because that's where people are going to go. So pop yourself in there, Sparky. And then I need another one of you to satisfy Tutorial Ninja's requests. You can live right there. Okay, you guys are now quest givers. And you, as the name may imply, are going to give people quests. You have an exclamation mark over your head. That's kind of your deal. And the last thing Tutorial Ninja wants us to do to kind of set the stage here is put down some roads. Can do. Let's build a path. Where do we... I want to definitely make sort of a center of town kind of thing here. So if we started there... Okay, yeah, we could do sort of this, and to here, over to here. Yeah, just a little path through town. I definitely want this to be sort of a town square. So I want this to wrap around. I also really want the road to go near the kobolds so people can figure it out, because players are kind of stupid. And if the kobolds aren't in an accessible area, they may have an issue figuring out that that's where they need to go. So, long story short, let's make sure the road leads right by the dangerous things so people can grind for XP. So that's what I've got. We've got a nice little road going around the town, and we'll flesh out that town later and make it, well, look like a town for a start, and then a road going out to the beach. So hopefully people can find the crocodiles. I feel with the respawn point right here, yeah, I'm still on paths. I feel with the respawn point right here, they'll figure out these kobolds. This is not going to be a surprise to them. In fact, it's kind of mean that they're respawning right next to the enemies, but there we go. I'm not a fair game master. Okay, I'm done with that game. Now what do you need me to do? You have a fully functional starting region, and I'm ready to release volume 1.0.0 of my game. No, I'm not. This is terrible. This is not even early access yet. Come on, I've played a few games. But okay, we'll do that. So we are ready to upgrade World of Davecraft, and now we get a starting point. When new player joins your game, it'll appear from a starting point. Yeah, I guess we're going to release World of Davecraft. I don't even feel this is early access right now, but hopefully somebody will subscribe. Delay release. Why would I want to do that? I have to have a think about that. Obviously, we've got upgrades and sort of a tech tree here. Instant messages, puzzle locations, myths and legends, so some lore attached to the world. That's cool. Why would I want to delay that? I have to have a little think and see how the game goes. What would be my advantage in delaying a perk? Well, let's just get this going here. We'll release this. There we go. We're ready to have people come into this world. We just need to put a starting point in. Now, kinda in my lore perspective, I thought you would wash up on the beach and then make your way to town, but that might not be the smartest thing to do, because that's a long way. People might get disinterested if there's kind of nothing to do up here. Although I could theoretically put a quest giver down there, couldn't I? But MMORPG Tycoon 2 is pretty clear about people wanting to spawn near the inn. So we'll just go with that for right now. Maybe we'll mess around with some other things in other regions and see how that plays out. But let's get our starting location, maybe right at the sort of the crossroads here. Boom. Oh, this is worth the price of admission right here. That we're getting rolling credits on the region I specifically made. That's well done, actually. I appreciate that. Oh, sold, done, game of the year. Worth the price of admission right there. Done, sold, game of the year that my game name is popped up on the screen. Check it out. People are subscribing. Look, we've got players. We're going to come back to someone who's got a better name. Why do you people all have stupid names? Macduff, lay on, Macduff. Come here. Can I pause you? Yes, I can. Okay. Tell me about yourself, Macduff. Apart from the fact that you're in the Scottish play, you are a level 1 wizard. You're starting a new home. Super. What do I know about you? Your real name is Edith Marsh. You're a killer. You have no webcam. Okay, some of that is important information. Some of that may not be. You have no demands. I know when you're going to be online. You're usually online between 7 and 1. Ooh, I know a lot about you. What's in your inventory? Nothing, because you just got here. I do know how much money you have, though. You have a bank balance of $63, and I would assume by budget. And this is the part where the tutorial is over, and I'm just kind of feeling my way through this game. I would guess by budget, that might be what you're willing to spend during one play period. You would blow out $3, potentially on microtransactions. You're not addicted yet, is the key word there. What's your history? You just got here. I know that. What's your stats? Happiness, addiction. You're not happy, nor are you addicted. You're social, okay. You want to get loot. You want some more scenery. We'll work on all of that. More importantly, oh yeah, I can actually change your name. Super. I'm very, very keen on that. I think, as I recall, messing around with this, I can change the name of virtually everything. So this like region here, can I make that? There's usually a pop-up here to say this is the region that you're in. There we go. I just have to click on the terrain. So this is now Fire Hill. Huh. And I can change that. I can totally change that. I think Fire Hill might be a bit boring. I've accidentally made it Fire Hill. Okay, we probably won't do that. So back to the streamer event from Gender Neutral Kitten Purple. In day 2 at around 7 in the morning, they're going to stream our game. Is that wise? Because we don't really have a heck of a lot going on here. We've got some enemies. We've got some players. We have kind of the framework of a town. Let me just take a look at the quest givers. What are you guys actually doing here? So you've been here for 1 day and you've got 2 quests. You haven't given any out because people are still running up to the town. What are your quests? Go to the respawn point, enjoy the scenery, and return. Search for a moldy plum. Oh, that is very level 1 MMO. Bring me my shoes. Go to the clock tower and enjoy the scenery. Absolutely a fetch quest for level 1. Let's add a new quest. That's more interesting. Yeah, very level 1. Go to the kobold zone and kill 5 kobolds. Yeah, you can totally have that quest. What about you, Sparky? What are your quests right now? Go to the crocodile zone. Kill 5 crocodiles. Excellent. And go to the blacksmith shop and buy a weapon. Let's add a new one for you. Okay, that's kind of duplicated. I can, as I recall, I could start messing with these, but that may be a little advanced class for me right now. Let's just keep it at that. So at least you've got some fetch quests and some kill quests. That's day 1 MMO stuff, so we'll make sure we got that rocking and rolling. Turn it back on. I want to just kind of watch these guys. Like, where are you going to go, Michael? And where's Macduff? Lay on, Macduff. Oh, they're going into the inn because I put the door on the wrong side, but that's basically okay. That's fine. So like oh, here's Macduff. He's my favorite right now. Come here, Macduff. Come here. Can I keep an eye on you? I can focus on you. I can favorite you. Oh, neat. So I could maybe keep an eye on you during the course of the life of this game? Just for argument's sake, I'm going to favorite Macduff and see what happens to him later. I'm just kind of curious. And now that I know I can rename virtually everything, we may have some fun with that. But what I'd like to do first, you have a little star over your head now. Good. I can easily see you. I just want to mess around with the town for just a little bit because more things should be unlocked now. Yeah, now we've got a tavern as well as an inn. So this is somewhere, it's a social hub. Players who will feel lonely will visit them. Let's get one of those down. I mean, I've got 75 grand right now. I'm sure I will work through that very, very quickly, but let's spend it while we've got it. Let's get a tavern. Again, my little town square here. Let's get a tavern right there. And there's Macduff. He's heading, well, he may be heading for the kobolds, but I kind of dropped a tavern on top of him. Sorry about that. What else we got kicking around in here? There's the inns again. All right, we've already got one of those. Anything new in shops? No, absolutely not. And the rest of this we've seen. More importantly, scenery. Scenery. What have you got in build set dressing? Because I had a very, very brief mess around with this last night, and it was pretty cool. So we've got some stuff, I think, and this is just themed. So like this would absolutely go with the clock tower. That would make sense. Or I could build up, you know, some houses and stuff, like people actually lived here. And if I find your door kinda there, boom, and then you make a different one, so there's all sorts of neat things in here, so make that there. Oh yeah, I'm into this. And then another totally different one. Yeah, I'm spending 1,000 that I don't need to be spending, but here we are. Welcome to the wee hours. So you can live across the street. Oh, and there's a little notification on my favorite Macduff. He's bought a new weapon. Neat, so I'll get little pop-ups as to what he's doing during the course of his day. And then how about another house? Let's do something a little bit different. Maybe we just switch it up. I don't really like the castle thing. What have you got in here? This is, that's still a little castle-y for my liking. Let's throw this guy down, because I think it kind of looks like a watchtower. Where do we want that to live? Put that right by the clock tower. Yeah, and then here's what I wanted to play with. The block thing. Add a block. I just sort of stumbled across this as I was ready to, stop playing this last night. Experimental. This tool lets you add cubes to an already existing set dressing. Is that useful? I don't know, but have fun. I can tell you right now, if that is a developer joke, it's absolutely useful, because it just sort of messes with things for no readily explainable reason. So I can just pop things on here and make these look just slightly different. It threw on a tower. Is that useful? No, probably not, but it's wicked fun. So I'm going to add blocks a go-go to our town here. That one, and maybe, how about one on the end here? Yeah, there we go. It's a really long, thin house, but boy, does it make it personal. I dig that. And a couple more of these, and one of those. Where's the entrance there? There we go. You can live on this side of the street. Oh, I like that one. Yeah, let's do that somewhere. You can live... not quite there. Sorry, I just need to Adrian Monk this a little bit. There we go. There we go. Now, what is the door one? Remove entrance. This tool lets you remove entrances from an already existing set dressing. Is this useful? Not at all. Players don't go into buildings that don't do anything. Okay, good to know. Thank you. I want one more of these over here. And then I might stop spending money on what is effectively decorative things, but I probably won't. And I want to... Oh, I like that one. I was going to add some blocks to the one I just did, but I really, really like this. Where's your door? There it is. Oh, you got two doors. Why do you have two doors? That's weird. I like that one too. Hang on. I'm just spending tens of thousands of dollars on set dressings, but I'm going to add blocks to them anyway, because I can, frankly. Let's put one there. I don't like that. Nope, that comes out into the road. Nope, let's get rid of that one. There we go. Let's add some blocks to this one behind it. There we go. You come out here and then here. Oh, very cool. I like that a lot. Okay, how are we looking here? The town is definitely coming together. The town has come together. There's a shop I don't have. What is it? The alchemy shop? Something along those lines? Potions? Yeah, potion shop. Let's make sure we get that in there. There are some players on this side of the road, so let's make sure they can spend their money if they want to do that. There we go. Oh, I dig this. Where's Macduff? Is he still playing? Where's my little favorite here? No, I don't see Macduff. He may have logged off for the day. But, like you, Alexor, talk to me. You're a paladin. Because all we have right now is paladins and wizards. Oh, Gwarthan's just got some XP. Oh, good job. Good job, Gwarthan's. Were you doing a quest, or were you just grinding for XP? You've been on for 1 minute and 40 seconds, and you've already got some XP. Good for you, Gwarthan's. Back to Alexor. He's really digging the scenery. I am too, Alexor. Oh, there's Macduff. Hi, so you bought a new weapon. You're stocking up on potions. Excellent. I put a potion shop down. What have you done lately? Holy moly, Macduff. Wow, you have done a lot of stuff. You've picked up quests, you've turned in quests, you got a new weapon, you like the scenery, you socialized, you got more quests, and you fought a monster. I need more quest givers. That's the next thing that's going to have to happen. These people are going to get bored. They're going to get really bored of things. I would like to see some more quest givers, and then I'd like to see a new sort of area. Maybe over here or over here, some sort of central hub, more respawn, that kind of thing. That is probably a great place to call it on MMORPG Tycoon 2. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep dropping buildings in here and spending all my money. But I should probably try and focus on actually making this MMORPG better, if I'm honest. We should actually work on the game part of this rather than the set dressing part of this. Do please let me know what you think of MMORPG Tycoon 2 in the comments below. I am very inclined to kind of plug along with this and see if we could actually build a successful MMO. We haven't even started looking at the financial aspect of this. That is the kind of the point of this. The word tycoon is in the title of the game here. We haven't even started working on that. We've just built the very basics. But do please let me know what you think of this in the comments below. I'd be very interested, and I would be very inclined to plug along with this if you guys want to see some of that. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Robot, how do we rescue you? I don't know how to rescue you. I'm also not sure I ever knew you were a woman. Bugs are inherently stupid, and they get in places and they can't get out. You know what places they get in? Things that are wide open that don't have screens over them. It's a piece of mesh. We figured this out like 100 years ago. What is wrong with the British, the Irish? Is it just a show about foxes all the time? If so, is that some sort of subtle esoteric thing about being a weapons manufacturer? Or is it just stuck on the Nature Channel?